As always, remember, you could click any of the fics where I'm reading a good story, but you chose to click on this one anyway. And remember, we're going to be riffing this for a while. So remember, this is your fault, not mine. On a side note, this is kind of awkward. We're doing a Digimon crossover, and on the front page of FimFixer right now, one of the news stories is The Fire Occurs, which features Slenderman. I'm not probably going to look it up because he doesn't look that good, because it looks like one of those typical characters go into another universe and be general overpowered than the main characters you come here to read for. You know how that gets me. Meanwhile, Darkness of Dimensions by you know who. Act 3. Worsening. Is that even a word? Yes, it is a real word. Sadly, I can't make fun of the author stuff because I already did that last chapter. My apologies. Act 3. Inuasa and friends, along with the royal caravan, arrived at Takeda Village. The people cheered for the arrival of the princess and Lord Kimo. Excuse me, I'm going to get my Inuasa manga for a sec. I'll be right back. Let's see. Volume 4. Let's see, what was the Inuasa during that time? Aha! I knew it! It was a full moon, or new moon around this time. Inuasa should be hiding. Doesn't have his powers at the moment. What a bunch of saps, grumbled Inuasa. Kagami elbowed for that. Why? Because Kagame's bad character traits are going to be flanderized for your inconvenience. Then Tsuyu's father came out, and next to him was another familiar face. It's Nobunaga! Who? I don't know. We met him once. I suppose he's important. He's only important to my kitten. You know, I should be used to this. I mean, I'm a pony fan. We have a tendency to take one episode background characters and turn them into epic swinging stories or deep heartfelt stories. Look at you, Ditzy. Hey, you, Trixie. Trixie wasn't just a one episode character, though. No, but by the time the Lunaverse came out, you were. Fair cop. I should be used to this, but I don't know why Nobunaga's story here just annoys me. Maybe it's the fact that Nobunaga really doesn't do much in Inuyasha, and his story's just one and done. The only reason why Maiken thinks about him, or he's even here, is because he just lost a girl. Big whoop. So? But there's gonna be other problems I have with him using Nobunaga that makes him just different than when we write stories about Trixie. I'll get to that. Doesn't look like it yet. Just wait, said Yuasa. Kagami couldn't argue with him this time, but she did notice Nobunaga seemed a little downhearted. He didn't notice her or the others yet. Oh no, don't tell me he's still grieving over the princess! The two lords greeted each other by bowing respectfully. Then Tsuyu hugged her father. Words cannot describe how glad I am to see you safe and well. Father, I wouldn't have been safe if it were not help for the friends, replied Tsuyu. Their gaze fell upon Nobunaga. Looked at her and smiled. Shouldn't Nobunaga be traveling? Because in the show, he was very much a nobleman who believed in honor and was more of a samurai. Nobunaga. She hugged him warmly. Nobunaga blushed softly. Princess Tsuyu. He couldn't help but hug her back. It's good to see you too. I'm glad you made it safely. He then proceeded to write in his death note. He did it! He made the joke! Trixie is so glad for you. Really, Trix? No, Trixie's utterly disappointed. They separated. Then Lord Kimo approached him, and the two men bowed successively. Amari Nobunaga, was it not for your nobility and honor I may have been dead? I owe you my life. You owe me nothing, Lord. The princess is happy and you are alive. That's all that matters to me. The princess felt flattered, but Kagome was worried. Nobunaga, yes, princess. Your monkey's dancing on your head again. The people of the village laughed at him, and Nobunaga hugged his head in shame, feeling very embarrassed, as Hyo Shimaru danced on his head. Still an idiot. Shippo Kagome felt very sorry for Nobunaga. Get it? Because he fell down those couple of times. And he was goofy. That's why that's why we should feel sorry for him. Because he's comedy relief. And a manga. Meant for teens. That mixes from a girl who's known for writing great comedy stories. That's supposed to mix adventure and comedy. He is complaining about a comedy character. Are you seeing the problems here? Soon the celebration began. Mexican cheer guy who always shows up whenever I talk about cheering. This is Japanese. This is not Mexican, nor is it near the U.S. Oh, sorry, senor. Banzai! Who's that? My cousin. Cheering Japanese person, I think. He's quite good at saying hello and cheering whenever you have a party. Oh, thanks. Do you even have a name? Ozzy. Oh, I see. What's your cousin's name? Tachi. Okay, I just need to know. Thank you. The studio gets weird. The trio was invited to sit with the royal party at the entrance, where they had served endless courses of food. Shippo was enjoying himself, gobbling it all down. Iwasa was forgetting his manners as he ate and ate. Meanwhile, I was busy going off and enjoying the goldfish catching game. Come on. Come on. There was only one dumpling left, and both Iwasa and Shippo grabbed it. Hey, hands off! I had it first. It was closest to me. Princess and Shippo. Besides, I'm a growing boy and I need my food. Cook! Shippo Iwasa hit Shippo in the head, making him dizzy. Ha! First come, first serve. Kagami was fed up. Cliche, but I need moments like this. Iwasa could only groan. Kagami apologized to the royal party. I'm sorry about this. He's usually not so brash. Kagami, how long have you lived with this man who will soon be the husband and the father of your children?
It's quite alright,
said the Lord.
Boys will be boys after all.
Who are you calling a boy, old man? Sneered Iwasa. Let's ignore him, said Kagami, said her teen without much of a care. Suyu kept casually looking around. Something disturbed you, my princess, asked her husband. Where's Nobunaga? He was invited to eat with us, was he not? He was, replied Suyu's father, but he's not been seen since your arrival. Iwasa and Kagami had a good idea why. We can go look for him if you want, suggested Kagami, and the royal party agreed. Speaking of parties, can I go back and continue to enjoy that? There's a takoyaki stand with my name on it! Woo! I've just been informed by our research team that takoyaki wasn't invented until 1935. There is no takoyaki right here. Fight! But, hey, maybe there's some onigiri. Okay, I just got back with the researchers, and yes, rice balls were made back around this time. Thank you, Lady Murasaki Shikabu. Someone's been working on their Duolingo. Hey, I don't get a chance to pull that off that often. Soon they were looking around the village for any sign of samurai. but Kagami had a feeling she knew where he was. I study ancient samurai in school. When they're feeling down or dishonored, they like to be alone with their thoughts. There's a little swing over there, but it's currently occupied by a ninja, so let's try somewhere else. He clutched a gold katana in his lap, while Hiyoshi Miyaru sat up on a limb above him. Unfortunately, since it's a gold katana, it couldn't cut worth crap! Nobunaga opened his eyes when he could hear their footsteps. We brought you for some food. Thank you. I have eaten already. Shippo walked up to him. Kagami and Iwasa told me you're in love with the princess. Nobunaga winced softly, blushed slightly. He looked at Kagami and Iwasa. Don't look at me. I didn't say a thing, said Iwasa. Kagami confessed she told the secret. I only knew because Nobunaga wanted it kept secret. If Shippo found out, he lied to everyone. Nobunaga sighed. The princess and I have been friends since childhood. I was always there for her, and sometimes I would make her laugh through acts of misfortune. No, you did not! I watched the episode recently for preparation for this. No such thing was said. You were just there to save a princess. Because you cared for her and you liked her. That was it. That was all you were there for. I also read the manga in preparation for this one. Even after she married Lord Kimo, my love for her was never extinguished. But I did not wish the princess to know my feelings. Her love is for her husband, and that's what makes her happy. I have no desire, nor wish to upset or cause any confusion. So why am I here? I don't know. Wow, Kagami said. That's very sweet and noble of you. Iwasa ignored it. So what are you going to do? Just sit around all the time feeling sorry for yourself? It's not very noble. It's the act of a coward. I'm with Iwasa on this. Kagami couldn't argue with him. I hate to admit... No, I'm going to gradually admit it. Get off your ass and do something! What? If anybody else gets the ad down here, they might as well do it too. Nobunaga clutched his fist tightly around his sword. Are you okay? Nobunaga head is hung forward. Bangs covered his shame-filled eyes. Shame, dishonor. Are you guys starting to get this is Japan yet? Maybe Mike should throw out all pretense of their voice acting and just start making them speak stereotypical before we get banged in our heads that this is Japan. Intentions, but you're solely mistaken. Though my heroism has been dishonored by the village, I'm still seen as a lowly vassal, viewed as a village idiot. Only Inuyasha saw you as that. There is no woman who desires me. Even still, I wish no other. Now Mike is just making bullshit up and trying to ram a square peg into a triangle-shaped hole. He is trying his best to fit this in, and I have a feeling he's about to bring in a jackhammer. My love is only for Princess Tsuyu. She gives great head pats. Shippo hardly understood due to his young age. Except we've seen that Shippo can point out the obvious. Koei felt sorry for Nobunaga and Yuasa. Like I said, nothing but an idiot and a coward. Dang straight! Where are you going? It's not necessary I remain here and be insulted. Go ahead. All you're doing is proving me right. Are we supposed to disagree with Inuasa? Because, right now, I am on the half-demon side. Unless you learn to stop feeling sorry for yourself and improve your ways, you'll never be seen as other than an idiot. Nobunaga, don't go that way. The edge of the hill was steep, and Nobunaga found us out by surprise. This time he skillfully leapt down the hill without a scratch. I was aware of this time. But his pride was slowly sullied when he continued to walk forth and tripped over a small rock he had seen and fell flat on his face. Idiot! And remember, guys, this isn't supposed to be funny, so you're not supposed to laugh at this. You're supposed to feel sorry. So stop laughing! While that dimension was also another time, hundreds of years in the past in the field era, in the Dizzy Destined world, it was a Monday morning at high school. So... yeah, word dimension and time travel hopping. This won't be confusing at all. Help. The girls' basketball team was conversing with each other. Hakanel didn't come to practice this weekend. Didn't you hear? Davis Montoya shafted her. She's been crying all weekend. She didn't even come to school today. Somewhere, the girl's crying. Be brave! Be brave! Be brave! Priscilla! Well, that totally didn't go where Teresi was thinking. Gary heard this and was not a bit pleased and went out to find Davis. As Rock Lee walked along to school, on his hands, of course, a lot of guys who liked Hakuno but got shut down by her, and other popular girls gave him props for sticking it to Hakuno that way. You go, Lee. Stick it to her. They'll have more respect for us guys now. What you said is not very respectful to women, or considering their feelings. What you said is very insulting. And as such, I need to make you pay. Cue awesome Rock Lee moment. Rock Lee enjoyed pounding their assholes. Meanwhile, Davis was enjoying the praise he was getting. He did feel a little bad having to hurt Hakuno like that and hated a girl he rejected. But you're about to see, he's a total asswipe. Oh well, what's done is done. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the Phantom Thieves website. Davis Montoya. He said to himself. He got to his locker and saw Kyrie there. Hey, Kyrie. But he knows how upset she looked as he stood directly in front of his locker, refusing to let him through. How could you do it, Davis? Don't look at me. It was he who did it. Me, I'm just enjoying my workout. Don't play dumb with me. I know you hurt Hakuno and the other girl from last Friday who tried to ask you out. How could you hurt them like that? Davis sighed and rolled his eyes. Look, that first girl didn't interest me, okay? Alright, guys. I'm going to read this to you in a very different style. I'm not going to imitate Davis's voice, but I'm going to read this to you in the way that this is being heard in my head. And let's see if this doesn't creep you out. Look, that first girl didn't interest me, okay? And Hakuno, she got what she deserved for shitting on me in the first grade. See? Sounds creepy, doesn't it? Curry felt disgusted. I can't believe you. You dumped him without giving him a chance. Davis was starting to get angry. Just like you never gave me a chance. Kylie! What are you doing, girl? Run! Get him! Get mace! Get pepper spray! This is how girls get raped! Alright! Honey, I'm right now very scared for your life. You are either going to find yourself in the back of the gym without panties, or worse, you're going to be found yourself in Davis's basement, flayed, and him wearing your skin as a woman's suit. Do you think I'm sexy? Would you me? I would me. Alright, this is getting very, very dramatic. Davis decided to come clean with her. I know you and TK have been dating for a while. You haven't asked her. I overheard you two on Friday. When were you planning on telling me? Or were you waiting for me to ask you out and reject me? Or you could ask and be like a normal person. Make my choice. I'm with TK now. And that's fine with me. Sure. Sure it is. Is this why you're acting like a total asshole? Yeah, I'm not a little kid anymore. Gotta grow up, and you're happy with TK, I'm fine. Learn to accept it. Now, can I please go to my locker? No, you're acting like a child. You're acting like a brat. Or very worse, a creeper. She was still sulking and replying to class. I wasn't paying attention. Miss Camilla? Caesar called. Miss Camilla, you paying attention? Sorry, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. I was a guy teacher. I was. You used to that. Some students snickered and the teacher tapped his ruler. Because that's how they do it in Japan. This is totally not an American thing. Gee, and I thought Mike had watched a lot of high school anime. As the lecture continued, TK whispered back to her, "What's up?" this is okay, this Lecture's talking about famous poets who died of insanity and loneliness, and yet wrote some of the finest poetry and stories in the world. So, not Poe then. Look, I still have the belief that Poe got murdered. I'll talk about it later. It wasn't until lunchtime that TK and Kari sat down with Kenny Lee. He knows about you guys? And he's actually okay with it? Bull crap. Bull crap. Bull crap. Bull crap! Well, he's not 12 years old anymore. To be honest, he changed a bit over the years. Sure! We all have. Kari felt this was unusual. It was Davis after all. She knew he liked her. Still thought it was funny the ways he played with his crush on her. Because that's totally what Kyrie did. If you watch the dub. Which, as we all know, the dub was totally accurate. Just like how the Yu-Gi-Oh dub is totally accurate to the One Piece, to how Yu-Gi-Oh was, and how the One Piece dub was totally accurate. Right, guys? I mean, for further record, look at Sailor Moon. Cousins, am I right? Oh, those Japanese, what do they know about writing their own stories? Hey guys, Davis said, joining in. Sitting next to Kari, Miss Avery got out strangely. What, I can't sit with my friends? Well, you haven't been eating with us for a while. And it would be less strange if you sat with me. You know, your best friend, the guy who you can DNA digivolve with. Hi. It's hard to. So many girls coming up to me and asking me out. I could barely get into lunch day. But today, hardly any girls approached me, and that suits me just fine. Guess my message is finally getting across. No. It's just that nobody would date an asshole. No. Davis, you're not getting this. It's not that you're giving free rides. It's not that they don't want to boost their image. It's just that the moment they found out that you're a total dick, they realized they're not going to ask you out. Because nobody wants to date an ass who would stand people up just because he thinks he knows them. Just because he's judging them by their looks or what they did in the past. No. They are going to ditch you because they know you're an asshole. You're not being some noble person. You're not giving us some sort of message. All you are is being a sexist, misogynistic bully. And as of right now, of the 3 males that we have to follow. Oh, 4, sorry. 4 males we had to follow in this fic. As of right now, you are the worst of the whole lot. You are slime. And go to hell before you die. Please. Meanwhile, Davis continued playing soccer. So the girls were booing and hissing at him, as they should. And others were upset because he had rejected some of the other girls. Pig! Heartbreaker! Dreammaker! Heartbreaker, don't you mess around with me?
What are you, gay? Please say yes. I'm kind of lonely.
Davis took notice and continued to practice. Why are you looking at him like that? As fast as Stampede, looking around, trying to figure out how he wanted to play it. Poopy. Rixie said no Power Rangers references, but unfortunately there's a whole lot of Giant Gun Boss references.
Yeah, I made another one with my Persona gag.
You made 2 Persona gags! Do I have a limit? No.
Good.
Kari decided not to keep any secrets. I'm worried about him. Davis shouldn't be pushing girls away like this. Get really bad for him. Not to mention, he could be seen like it's an asshole, die very, very lonely, or people stab him in the back. So he referred back to the lecture about famous poets that went insane of loneliness. Um, excuse me, I'm going to check something here. How many of those do you think Micah actually knows? TK realized her issue. You don't really think that could be happening to Davis. He doesn't seem to mind, after all. I'm still surprised he accepted that you and I are dating. By the way, he's not being depressed, he's being an asshole. There's a difference. Point is, she took a moment to calm herself and not fly into a fit. I think that's why Davis is rejecting all those girls. He wanted me to ask him out. I didn't tell him you were already dating. Which isn't so much as depressing as him being a selfish, sexist asswipe. TK wasn't so sure about this. Sure. He needs to stop hurting girls' feelings. If he's really over you, he should show it more. Yeah! I'm with you on this! Kari nodded. I don't want to grow up all alone and never find true love either. As of right now, I do. At this point, TK completely sided with his girlfriend and decided to help her all the way. My mom has loads of girlfriends with single teenage daughters. She means friends who are girls! Yeah, but in this day of age, Mike and writing it like that makes it sound like his mom is a playgirl and dating a whole bunch of women. Wait, is it one lesbian dating a whole bunch of women a playgirl, or you know, I never knew. I mean, can play refer to lesbians? I mean, I guess. We should get back on topic. Yeah. So thus, they went to work getting all the websites and emails of girls who were looking for a boyfriend. Kari even set up a web page for Davis on the top best 3 dating sites you could think of, complete with information and email and everything. Davis Montoya, Dizzy Destin, high school soccer star, age 16, wait a minute! What type of dating sites allow a 16-year-old to set up a profile? You have to be 18! Unless you're lying about the age, then no, you aren't going to get there. The worst Davis is going to get is a bunch of pedophiles looking for it. Yeah. No. On second thought, send the pedophiles his way. Go ahead. I'm fine with this. And let's see. Hello, height, hair color, something other than just who he is. But what? It's neat. But what your mom video said once she gets her internet bill this month? You don't pay by the website. And I don't think visiting an adult link website is going to use that much gigabytes. Unless this is some sort of Canadian thing I don't get. These websites are free, it's the best way. So refresh the page, found the inbox already had 15 potential dates waiting to be answered. Do you think we should tell her that in order to do this, she's going to have to pay a fee, she's going to have to pay a monthly cost, she's going to have to pay a membership, and then she's going to have to do that whole shebang in order to even talk to somebody? Don't go to Adult Friend Finder, kids. It never turns out well. The next morning, Davis checked his email, and was he ever surprised? What the hell? 50 emails? Spam, 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 yay, 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 spam, 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 spammery, spam, 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 spammery, spam! None of us he knew or even went to school. Please go out with me. I'm into video games too. Wow, you're the Davis Montoya? You're a nerd! You helped save the world. So did a whole bunch of everybody. Oh, wait a minute, 16? Micah! Bubba! Work with me on this. Most people, when they're seniors in high school, are normally 18. In Japan, they usually spend 3 years in high school and are usually 18 when they graduate. What's more, I was okay with the senior bit only because a third-year Japanese high school student translates into a senior in high school. If he's 16, that would make him either just getting into or a second year. Do you even know how the Japanese high school? God, I thought you actually watched a whole bunch of Japanese harem anime. Even more than I do. And quite frankly, I only watched Tenchi Muyo. I watch more slice of life anime when I do my high school stuff, like Lucky Star, which has Kairi in it. That's a weird roundabout way. What I'm basically saying is, I'd rather be doing Lucky Star fanfic. Sadly. Davis went to confront his mom. What's with him? He might explain to her what Davis had told him. And that's why he's avoiding girls. Oh, thank God we didn't have another limit. June was just shocked. Well, that's just stupid. Yep. Thank you for saying what the rest of the audience is saying. Don't call Davis stupid, snapped Fremon. No, he is. Just because he didn't get together with Kairi, he won't give other girls a chance? That's sick. Remember, class, we're supposed to be disagreeing with this. It's not just because of Kairi. He's just not interested, and nobody says he has to be with someone. Yes! It's because of Kairi! It's totally because of Kairi! Alright, don't try to do this whole entire "there's only one fish in the sea" thing that some people actually agree with. No, seriously, there are actually some people out there who agree with Micah's mindset that there's only one fish in the sea and so you keep trying. But there's just one fish in the sea. No, there isn't. When you try going after that one fish, you end up starving to death. You know, inside, because he's not interested. No, that's exactly it. Because he's only interested in Kairi. That's just it. He only wants one girl. He only cares about one girl. If he only needs one girl, congratulations! That's precisely because of her! It is just because of Kairi! That's it! That's all he wants! That isn't some sort of he's just not interested. That is obsession! If he really wasn't interested in her, he would have moved on. But no, this is total obsession because there's only one girl, and he'll only focus on her. Actually, I'm glad he's not dating other girls. He'll most likely start cutting their hair or forcing them to act exactly like Kairi. Remember, folks, this is truly obsession. As he went to school, he stopped at the corner waiting for the light to change. Change. Yoli saw him walk down the street. Davis, are you okay? Just a little on edge. I'm a rebel, you know. I was finally free of all this attention for girls. Oh no, I'm getting a whole bunch of attention from hot, beautiful women. Ah! So I get a shit ton of emails from a bunch of girls I never met before. They don't even go to our school. You know, you are popular and you are famous, according to this fic. You could ask me for help. I mean, I've been chased and rampaged.
You don't know what it means to be me.
Oh, okay, I thought as much. Don't you think you're taking those rejecting girls thing a little too far? Yes. But unfortunately, thanks to this fic, I have to be a total asshole and out of character! And so Davis proceeded to run away. Meanwhile...
Man, I hope you're right about this, Sore Pants. These guys are all dressed like they're on our side,
Cyborg said, backhanding a few soldiers away. Meanwhile, Terra lifts a rock, wrapping them up and binding them. Those have such harassing them. We haven't had a good butt kick since weeks. Raven watches as Wally proceeds to run by, taking out more and more soldiers alone. These men are definitely evil. Their very incense is repulsive to me. Yet why do I sense a truer evil elsewhere in this complex? Wonder Girl finds us tying up, slamming other soldiers away. They may look like soldiers, Cyborg, but they're definitely not. Robin, what's up below you? Beast Boy turns into a snake, binding some of the guards and taking them out one by one, as Starfire continues to blast. You don't have to worry for these while Chase leads around. Thanks, pal. Hey, guy, you're not my type, but I'm still gonna hug you. The way Raven keeps staring at that steel door, something's gotta be wrong. Oh, I don't like the look of it. Disappearing, probably through moving through dimensions to reach the other side. Wally thinks to himself as he watches Raven teleport away. Blaster! Why didn't she ask for one of us to go with her? The way she's been acting lately, anything could happen to her. Well, Raven, you can't lose someone who can fight right through walls. Starfire flies in. I think we got them all.
They were nothing. Even Logan couldn't trust them.
Anyone seen Kid Flash or Raven? Let's check the other places. I saw Speed Feet flying through the door. Robin, should I? Of course, my love. Go for it.
Goldie, ever think of hiring yourself out? I mean, you clean up as a one-woman wrecking crew.
The power of Starfire as the Starvolts flies out, destroying the wall. Wonder Girl, Terra, you follow Starfire. Chase League and I will stay with Cyborg. Be prepared for whatever's waiting. But...
Electricity!
We blundered as a trap like amateurs! Bars of electricity surround the heroes. Don't touch the bars! We're in the middle of an heresy current! You are too late, my child. A woman in red robes steps forward. Once you fell into the energy matrix, it began the draining process. Shortly, your powers will be transferred to our Lord and Master. Don't bid on, sister. Cyborg? Logan? Zzz. Lycer ain't Vincent Price. It is folly to resist the way of brother blood. His is the word that shall make mankind to a greater future. And those who oppose him must be dealt with. Gar! Don't touch the sides! I can figure that out for myself. What else do I gotta do? Trigon! What we did against Trigon. Will you be the conductor? Slowly, Beast Boy changes to a Cobra, and Starfire grabs him. Grab onto me, Goldie! What's to doubt with that when we're not fighting for our lives? Chrono, you take Star's hand. Gussie, pal. One high electric voltage deal coming up fast. Now we gotta make some waves together. Shockwaves! What are they doing? I need Brother Blood's wisdom.
Too late, lady. You and that floating messiah are to the floor. Hang on, Titans. We're short-circuiting this loony bin.
And in 1 second later, the Titans break free and proceed to whoop the soldiers' butts. He was slowed down. I'm still fast enough to take out these bozos. Robin, what's up behind you? Graham! Thanks, pal. I already heard it. Double here moves like a wounded bull elephant. Uh-oh, hotshot. You know the rules. No guns! Robin, I still understand why Blood has a way station up here. Blood's insane. Why do you say you need reasons to do things? Oh, Wendy, you're getting careless. None of here was about to fail at you. Thanks, Terra. That's why we're a team. Man, if it wasn't for me, you would be Daisy Fertilizer. Why do I still feel like an outsider? Ha! And I don't mean my brother Geoforce. Where is Geoforce in Maiken's fix anyway? The kid has a point. She's good at one of us. We already agreed on that. Is anyone concerned about Coriander? She seems to have suffered a power feedback.
Hey, I'm not about to do any high hurls either. Starry and I took the brunt of that power surge.
You okay? I'll be alright. I just feel weak. It is sickening. Robin was cooing over balloon bond like some stupid lovesick kid. Cyborg had to recharge his cells because he was all good for the rest of scrap heap. Raven? You better not Saka. She could be dangerous. She suddenly went weak in the knees from carrying that Starry in that robot. The others tried to help her, but like usual, she wouldn't let them, you know. I think if we play our cards right, we could get her to what's on our side.
What else happened?
Did they find this other blood? Not like usual. They do nothing but talk. Logan, that green-faced jerk was spouting off like he saved a whole flaming day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, park your peepers in here. I tell you, Logan makes me want to toast my cookies. I think we hit pay dirt. It's a kind of storeroom. Stowe's right. This might be what we were searching for. Weapons everywhere, Robin. What do you think? I'm not certain what I think, Wonder Girl, but I'm very worried. Look here. As Tara continues talking, video screens of what she had been recording thanks to her eye lenses continues to play. Campaign posters for coming elections. I don't believe Bethany Snow actually turned against Brother Blood, but I guess she has. Posters, records, everything we need to prove her claim that several incumbent congressmen or senators work for Blood. Sir, our friend here will tell us everything we need to know. I belong body and soul to my master, as well as mine. Yes, he'd rather die and betray Blood. Next step is to decide what to do with this info. Do we expose congressmen? This country still allows freedom of religion. Frankly, we ought to send this stuff to Inquirer. Delay it up, right, Tara? Lakes is right. Turn will run in cells. Smoke begins to obscure the screen. Like I said, all these bozos do is gab. They're like a bunch of old ladies. You could take them easy. A man with white hair and an iPad steps forward, watching the screen. Slowly, Slade turns around to talk to Tara. Don't be certain of that, my dear. Respect your foes and never underestimate them. We've fought several times. They're quite good. The Terminator smiles. His plans are progressing quite well. But he couldn't have begun without the help of Tara Markov, aka Tara, who is dressed in an outfit that's not matching someone of her age. By today, your contact lens cameras not just snabby, make a fortune sending them to spies. Don't read the papers, they tend to stuff in. News got out and those congressmen's keisters were filtered out of Washington. But did the Titans themselves publicize their information? Nah, like I said, we just turned it in. Since the FBI has already given info on those three, they would have been caught without us. Do you think the congressmen were working for Blood? Certainly not. If I were this Brother Blood, I would guard an important installation with only a half-dozen men. Seems unlikely. Blood's legend is confusing. He claims he's overseen Zandia's religion for 600 years. Obviously, that's impossible. He continues to walk through his grand estate. He's in charge of Zandia. And Zandia is also known for harboring known criminals and mercenaries. Hardly a religious pursuit. Mr. Green, when you have time, begin a computer check on both Blood and Zandia.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, honey, a lot of these people in the peak with you. Your wife and kids. Didn't know you were married.
That was only when I was Slade Wilson, Blood businessman. Very long time ago.
Sounds like enough time. Going soft on me. Tara asks, continuing to hold the photo. In the photo is a blonde man, assuming to be Slade Wilson, standing with a lovely woman, and his side are two children. One of them being his eldest son, and the other being a young boy with curly blonde hair.
No, I'm not going soft, although I was wondering if you were. Has being a Titan changed you? You're not quite sarcastic well by you once were.
Want to test me, hotshot?
I'd love to, my dear. Been a long time. Mr. Green, please lay out my suit and weapons. Tara and I are playing the games.
Oh yeah, and the fic, there was some stuff about Beast Boy feeling down about losing a pizza parlor. Hey, I lost a Pizza Hut recently. Twice! You don't see me crying about it. Then again, I got a whole bunch of pizza places around here. What am I complaining? And Pike looking around, feeling sad about, I don't know, losing Seven Race. He talks to Vex and Keyleth about it. They're wondering why they're even into modern times. And she looks up, she sees Beast Boy. She then proceeds to smack him upside the head. And move on, and Beast Boy continues to complain about the whole entire menu and whines and groans about it. And of course refuses to accept help because, you know, Mike and Beast Boy. We all know how this goes. Beast Boy says he understands, but there's a difference between understandable and excusable. No, there ain't. And that he may understand why Pike's doing this. Pike points out if he really understand, then he would be okay with this. He would move on. But no, apparently he's more upset the way Pike pressed him off. Pike continues to remind Beast Boy that, hey, people do these type of things. Some people like to retire from being the superhero. And Beast Boy's going, no, it's not excusable because it makes me feel sad and it's another change in my life. Wee, boo hoo hoo. Pike then reminds him that if he keeps this up, she will bring out the mace. Beast Boy expects the mace to be, you know, that spray thing. But she means an actual mace. Hits him in the nuts, and then Pike continues to go away. I would mention Tara, but I'm too busy thinking Ashley Johnson playing Pike. Again, if you guys haven't gotten to Fox Machina references, then I've just been hitting your blind spot. Meanwhile, in Equestria, newspapers were showing a front page of the Grand Galley Gala. Spike was not labeled a mess when he told how what happened in the accident. But we all know these things happen in the gala. Happen even more now that now that Twilight's been around. Spike had saved the newspaper to Olgula as so-called fame. Well, you know, I'm actually famous for an accident. Spike, you are an accident. Boo! I'm gonna pick on Spike for a while. I'm sorry, guys. He's getting a little carried away with all this. Let's just keep cleaning. Kane's Shining Armor Flurry Heart will be here any minute. Don't know why. Do they have lives? We're parents! Of course we don't have lives! Sorry, Mom! Starlight Spike knows the room was already glaring like diamonds. The table was so clean you could see a real face in it. I think it's clean enough. Twilight gasped. Then what is that? A tiny crumb? Blasphemy! And then that's what's saying already. Others coming here. Twilight! Bro! Twilight, you seem rather enthusiastic of being here. Oh, that's because the reader has promised us we're going to do an awesome adventure fic after this is over. So, right now, I'm just enjoying the ride. I also promised Twilight to let her read my Dragonlance collection. The things I do to get these people in line. Cadence giggled, hugged Twilight with one free hoof, then most of the baby. Say hi to Auntie Twilight, Flurry. Flurry Heart just cooed and giggled as Spike pecked her niece's little head. Shining Armor smiled. Hey, Spike, Twilight. Starlight. He then dropped his suitcase on the floor by Spike. Hi. Was anybody giving me a hand here, Twilight? Starlight was too busy cooing and playing with the baby to notice him. They all were. Oh no, a baby has too much attention. Never seen that before. He went back to the two suitcases, bigger and heavier than the last one. Could you please take these to the guest room, Spike? Twilight asked. No problem. Spike groaned and pulled and tugged his baggage to the bedroom. I would like to remind you all that recently we have done a fic on this show where it made fun of this very, very idea. Just the last of it. Is there anything else I can do for any pony? No, don't think so. Hey, Spike. Heard you caused a scene at the gala. Nice. He's chuckled. Can't believe Celestia didn't mind all that. Oh, wait, she's my aunt. I can believe it. And then Spike asks, how dangerous is a broken heart? I would do a song cue about broken heart, but I'm trying to remember if it's living with a broken heart or born with a broken heart. I can never remember that title. Oh, not this again! I'm with Twilight on this. Am I missing something? And Starlight whispers about Spike Rarity. Oh. Grow up. Why do you ask? Well, it's just that you're the love expert. I suppose who it is, the kind of creatures they are, what kind of relationships they have. Some can get over it, some can't. But you're not a blue dragon, so you don't mate for life. Actually, you're purple, so I guess you're a mixture of red and blue, but you breathe fire, so I guess you're more red. Red? Yes! Strongest of the dragons! Love is a complicated thing. Yeah. And sadly, we can't have a guy who's writing a fic trying to tell us what it is. Nothing really. I think I'll go for a walk. Off a short pier. Swoosh! Don't explain to your sister about what happened between Spike and Rarity. I'm sorry to hear that. I think it's getting worse. He's writing on his life journal and is playing a bunch of emo songs from a bunch of different emo bands. Spike hoped Spike wouldn't do anything crazy. Like chasing small rodents with a lawnmower. She says she always loved me! Gotta calm down. Let's make it happen. I have friends. They love me and I love them. We're cool, Dag can prove it. He will have to find his friends and prove himself right. You know, there's a fic that does this type of thing. And is way more mature and better than that. I would read it, but I've been spending all you guys' time reading a Titans comic, so Fireside's place wasn't very far. He thought he could see her, help her or something, or just spend time with her. First, I was trying to feed the animals. And once again, we got this weird thing that Micah likes to do. Angel calls up to Fireside's leg, saying thank you. It was even giving a scoop of his favorite carrots. There's my problem. Angel is a brat. A total jerk. Yet, Micah has this weird thing about turning Angel into this cutesy-wootsy knife rabbit. I don't want that. I want my in-character Angel. Not this weird Angel bunny. But I guess normal Angel spits in the face of Micah's belief about Equestria and how everything is handed to them. So, in order to make sure that he keeps up the illusion about what he thinks Equestria is, he has to remove the facts. Kind of like how in Starfleet he kept Bright Mac and Pear Butter alive. Remember, she warned them, don't give them any more or any less. If their food patterns get disturbed, they can begin to act strangely, and that could lead to trouble. No problem. Spike at your Spike at your service. No! We're not doing this again! No! One time with that episode is enough, thank you very much! No, we're speed through this! Basically, what happens, Spike goes through a whole bunch of random comedy errors and feels really bad about it. Even though those are just a bunch of random mistakes. They happen. And if you're going to continue beating yourself up for them, don't.